I'm going to just jump right into the Sneako thing real quick. I watched this last night. Okay, I watched it last night. I thought it was really funny. I thought it was very clear and concise. You know, there's a meme that you have seen on the internet that this fucking weird loser, this Andrew Tate wannabe, who I don't even think like genuinely believes half the shit that he's saying. Okay. Anyway, well, that guy is, you know, he's running around talking shit, talking a big game. He's basically just he is an NPC bot. Okay, we're not talking about Moist. We're talking about Sneako. I watched this last night, Lamont. Yeah, I mean, many have. It has 4 million views in 16 hours since it came out. Without further ado, here I'll just let Charlie explain it.
Sneako, does this outfit look familiar? This is the same thing I wore last time I took you over my knee and spanked your bottom with some discipline. And I'm happy to report that these are back in stock and a lot more at moistglobal.com. Last time I talked about you, I used you for a merchandise push as well, so might as well stick with tradition. I bet just seeing me in this attire again has just sent you on a full-blown Winter Soldier episode with your eyes rolling into the back of your skull as you're experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, because the first video I made on you offended you to such a high degree that you have not stopped whining since. It's already been 3 months, can you believe that? How time flies. You started shit with me by insulting me and my girlfriend out of nowhere, so naturally I responded by making fun of you in return and showcasing the reasons why I don't respect you. But unfortunately I failed to calculate just how much of a sensitive fucking loser you are, because this hurt your feelings to such a high degree it's become like an Armageddon in your brain. 3 months you have continued to melt down about this. The day after I posted my response, he went on stream and had a huge unhinged tantrum and meltdown about the whole thing, and then he sent some of his viewers over. So I was joking with them, saying like, oh, you guys...
Your boy's on this collage as well, obviously, alongside some of, some of our friends of the show, featured heavily in this. You know, you got Mr. Beard, Ethan Klein, Jawbry, Noah Sampson, Nick is not green, myself, Moist. Like, there's a lot. Everyone who is anyone in the internet, left wing, soy boy, internet essay commentary space. You know, he put all of these guys, right? Which I find really weird because he's like, oh man, like look at these bread tubers who are like soy boy cucks. And if you look beyond the photos, like, yeah, sure, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if, someone is like, not super well in shape or anything like that. But half of the motherfuckers he put on that roster are literally, we clear him. Like that's what I don't understand. Charlie is just probably the quintessential sleeper build. So is fucking Noah, actually, as a matter of fact. I am, noticeably a large person. So it's like odd to just be like, look at all these fucking like soy boy gay guys. Like they're gay. Look at them, which is as though it's like a meme or as though it's like bad or anything. But like, yeah, like I think he's just like getting upset that some of these guys have like sleeper builds or something. Whereas like Sneako is just, he just looks kind of malnourished. I don't know what it is. At this point, I think. At this point, I think it's just like, this is part of the reason why I think like, being soy is now a mindset for a lot of these guys. Like they moved away from being like, oh, you're soy, like you don't lift weights, like you're a pussy to like, oh no, being soy is actually a mindset, like, which is a funny way to cope with it. It's like, no, I'm actually alpha because I smoke a cigar. Like you're soy because you're soy because like even though you're much larger than I am, you still are soy because you like advocate for progressive values. I think like they just move those goalposts in a way that like kind of suits basement dwelling neck bearded fucking weirdos. Yeah, being soy is just disagreeing with them at this point. You're soy because you respect women. Whatever. It's odd, very odd thing to see. Especially when you have like not that like people's looks even matter, but if you're gonna do an argument, if you're gonna make an argument about the way people look, like, well, you know, I'm fucking more jacked than you. So is Charlie. So is Noah Samson, as a matter of fact. So like, what? Like that doesn't even make fucking sense. Anyway, let's continue.
Must have just stopped the cuties watch party over there at Sneako's stream, right? Welcome cucks, that kind of shit. And it got really under his skin in a big way, so he started dancing around with the gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, "Oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you," waving his gun around and dancing.
You wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips. These are the only clips I'm watching, you were?
Now, the reason he keeps saying watch my clips while threatening me here is because during the stream, I couldn't watch him live because he just kept shouting slurs. So I said, watch my clips to see what I was saying about you. I had to communicate via Twitch clips. And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile. You absolutely...
This part is kind of funny because, like, I mean, I think a lot of people forget because Charlie usually has, like, even-keeled, reasonable, moderate, maybe sometimes centrist takes. They forget that he's a Florida man. So, I mean, this is the most Florida man moment that I've ever seen from Charlie. Let's take a look.
Absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here. Anyway, sorry for the gun anatomy lesson. He was very upset, so he was threatening.
Anyway, that was like, I think like, I mean, I think it's a faux pas usually, because I love triggering gun nerds because they get so fucking mad. Okay? Like saying, oh, it's not clips, it's mags, is like the AR-15 is not an automatic rifle 15 of memes. Or assault rifle 15 of memes, right? But I think there's an additional secondary purpose here that Charlie did that part. Normally, I would make fun of people that do that, but I think there was a secondary reason, and I think everyone understands why he did that, which I thought was cool. It was a cool addition. Let's continue.
To come shoot me, beat me up, all of that, because I hurt his feelings, and it's been festering for quite some time now. 3 fucking months. You love to bitch about how everyone's canceling you. These soy boy NPC bots are all canceling you. It's all you do. You treat the teenagers in your Discord like they're your goddamn therapist. Just going in there to complain about the invisible boogeyman canceling you again, shaking your fist at the clouds. I also love that you treat this Discord server like it's your PR team, so you have them work on your responses on Twitter.
Yeah, this is just so bad. Just having your fucking Discord server come up with fucking reactions, like, you can't do that. No one's Discord server is
because you're not witty enough to come up with anything on your own. You have no ability to banter. You can't insult anyone. Anytime you're pushed, all you...
He hit a at everyone in his own Discord server. That's real fucked up, dude.
Fall back on is one of 3 things: soy boy, bot, or NPC, and that's it. You never deviate from this path, which is ironic because you're like literally a sheep. You have 3 programmed responses. You're like the absolute worst character, side character in an MMO. It's pathetic. But I'm getting sidetracked. You love to be super public about how much you hate antidepressants and you shit on anyone who takes antidepressants, but with the way you talk in your Discord server, I'm pretty convinced that you're only 2 or 3 messages away from asking your community to source antidepressants for you under the table to help with all this mental anguish you're going through. And I think that'd honestly be a good idea. It might help you. But I'm putting the cart before the horse here. How did we get to this point? Well, I made that video about Sneako, and I fully planned on that being the only time I ever talked about this asshole. I really did. All I wanted to do was highlight why I personally don't respect him. I know a lot of people criticize me for not tackling his points, and to that I say, bah humbug, this fucking goober didn't make any points.
Humbug.
All he did was insult me.
There's only one person on the fucking entirety of the internet that can just unironically drop a bah humbug in the middle of his fucking rant while he's wearing an open-chested bathrobe and still not lose the entirety of their fucking fan base. That person is Charlie. That's it. Like, there's no other person on the internet that could just fucking hit a bah humbug in the middle of that and you know, people just go, yeah, no, I like him and I support him. It was really funny when he said bah humbug.
And my girlfriend. He insulted me and my girlfriend because I made fun of one of his friend's blatantly fake stories. He resorted to childish name-calling like, I'm ugly, and I don't go outside. That's not making any points. Like, what am I supposed to debunk there? No, actually,
That's
my
my
mom thinks I'm
favorite
handsome,
type of,
and so does my
rhetoric,
girlfriend.
though.
So you're wrong, factually wrong. There's nothing to debunk.
Yeah, I love when people do that, when they're like, wait, hold on, respond to his arguments though. Respond to his arguments. It's like, what argument can I respond to? Here's a photo of me outside. Like they are also like lost in the sauce too, where you really can't, like, there is really nothing you can do in that argument. There's no counter in that situation. It's just like, especially because, like, going back to the collage that we were talking about, where, you know, he's basically saying you're soy, but, like, you know, Charlie's not. You know what I mean? Like, so what do you got to do? It's just like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm soy.
The whole point of the video was highlighting why I don't respect him. I'll go ahead and briefly give you a previously on Dragon Ball Z lore recap to bring you up to speed on the points I was making for why I think he is a pathetic piece of shit, and his opinion holds no value in my eyes. Is because he publicly defends Cuties as one of his favorite movies. Cuties was a Netflix film that used real child actresses in sexual situations, so they sexualized real children. A fact
Yeah, that's
that
a big,
Sneako himself
but
acknowledges,
very common
but
Sneako
writes
L.
off as being okay because it's realistic, because in the real world, children get sexualized. I'll say it again, regardless of what the intention of the film was, they missed the mark because what ended up happening is they sexualized the child actresses. That is a problem. Full stop. Even if the message was supposed to be the opposite, they still ended up contributing to the very problem they were speaking out against.
I saw Cuties last night and it was pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. I went in ready to hate like everybody.
This is what you get to. This is where you get to when you are like desperately trying to be contrarian in an effort to like, you know, have people constantly like talk about you. When you're so out of control with your interest in, like, you know, gaining a larger audience by hitting the shock factor, you're gonna find yourself defending, like, you're just gonna fucking come across like a libertarian, if you know what I mean.
Else, I saw the cover and I got clickbaited. So did you. You got clickbaited. The thing about Cuties is it's not an unrealistic film. Like, yes, it shows children in a sexual way, but this is not unusual now. And the people who are really mad about this aren't Gen Z.
Imagine claiming children in sexual positions is clickbait. Yikes. That's rough. You admit that the children were sexualized. That is bad. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, this is a good point. There's a reason why they don't use teens in teen movies. You know what I mean? Like, that's, yeah, it's kind of the point.
That means the movie failed in its mission. I don't know what you don't get about that. But regardless, I'm not here to just keep hammering home the same points. Another thing that I talked about for a reason I don't respect him is because he battles with his own sexuality. He is very public about how he used to go to these swinger parties, I think he says 4 in total over the course of like 2 weeks, where he watched his girlfriend get fucked by other men. Even telling the story of how he was literally in the bed watching his girl get fucked.
Again, another situation where it's like, if that happens, you know, you get black bagged, okay, thrown into a fucking CIA plane, and then they take you to a black site where they're doing torture. You can't. The FBI, CIA together, the entire intelligence community is not getting that information out of me. If some shit like that happens, he just willingly gave that up, which is very odd. A thing that I don't understand, especially if you're trying to keep up appearances as, like, you know, a man's man. Like, you are on the side of the planet. You're on the side of content where you're basically trying to make yourself come across like a big burly macho alpha dog who, like, shits on people for being gay, like uses gay as an insult, a litany of other fucking weird, like, displays of hyper masculinity. And then simultaneously you're talking about how much you love to, like, secretly, but not so secretly, getting cucked and humiliated. It's like weird. it's a weird situation to be in. Like if Sneako was just like, yeah, I loved it. This is my worldview. I don't think we should be shaming kink. We should be kink shaming. You know, if he was like, whatever, and then right wingers were making fun of him, I'd be like, whatever. He's like happy. He's comfortable. What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, it's just, I don't know. Like he uses cuck as a pejorative while he himself is one. It just like kind of doesn't make sense. But I think, and it's something that I've thought about a lot, where I think like it's something I thought about a lot. Like with respect to kink shaming cucks, but like they kind of want that. You know what I mean? So I don't really get it. Like I guess he just like wants to continue being kink shamed publicly. So I think like he probably nutted to this. I'm gonna be honest. Like this video probably made him nut. Like a fucking 10-10 top of the hour ad segue makes me nut. You know what I mean? Because at the top of the hour, there is a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe, obviously, for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You will no longer have to see those ads if you subscribe or get gifted a sub, obviously. Gioforio, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, allowing 5 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. No nut for me. You're giving me a 9 out of 10. It's okay. I'll find that nut somehow. Just wait. Here's a 3-minute ad break now, by the way. So, I think like Sneako is a cuck, and I think like as a cuck he enjoys being humiliated. So if that's the case, then Charlie should probably serve him a bill for the fattest nut that he could have ever gotten. At this point, if you're like constantly thrill seeking, you know how like people who have autoerotic asphyxiation fantasies sometimes end up killing themselves on accident because like they're constantly trying to up the ante. How the fuck do you get more embarrassed than this? If humiliation is your thing, if humiliation is your kink, I don't think there's a worse way to be humiliated this publicly. Like this is over. It's over. Sneako's life is over. If he gets off, as I suspect, to being humiliated publicly, okay, there is nothing more humiliating than this. Like a motherfucker who said bah humbug in his video has at least 4 million supporters in 16 hours, okay? Very publicly saying that you are possibly a pedophile and also are a cuck. And with receipts too. Like this is like national news style shit, right? I can't comprehend. If this is like, if you're looking for the biggest nut of all time, I genuinely don't know how you can reach a bigger nut than this if humiliation is your thing. Okay? Anyway, let's continue.
Fucked by a different man, moaning intensely, and it was traumatizing. Yet he recommends that everyone should try it at some point for some reason.
Because this was, imagine seeing the girl you love like
get fucked.
Get fucked.
You love her?
Yeah, I do. I love it. Yeah, I love her. I was about to say I love this bitch. I'm like, no, let me not say that. I love my wifey, my queen.
And you allowed the love of your life to get fucked by another man.
What happened to the other
Is
agreement?
there- is there-
Why did
is
that
there-
one didn't last?
I'm crazy.
The first time, as soon as I saw it, like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't do that. Like feeling traumatic thoughts, like seeing.
Bro, he came back. There is no way you fucking reveal this information. Like, it makes no sense. Revealing this information makes no fucking sense, while also simultaneously, like, trying to fucking present yourself as, like, the macho man Randy Savage of content creators. You know what I mean? He's like, dude, my girlfriend was getting fucked by dudes, and I was so into it, I pumped 3 times and I nutted. Okay?
Seeing her with another person, it's a lot. But I think it's something everybody should do just to test. I know. You know what?
So my point with this was,
Yeah.
why is this
Then also, dude, I know that we've watched the full video. That when I first found that, I was like, that's crazy that that is a thing that is out there. Like, he just put it out there. There's more to it, though. He literally left, came back, talked extensively about how he saw balls on his fucking face. He saw dudes bukkakking his girlfriend, all this other shit. Which is odd because, like, if you're not possessive or whatever, like, there's one avenue that you can go down. It's still kind of odd, right? But he went to like 3 different orgies after that. Okay? He went to like 3 different orgies after that. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what? So you like it. Like, there's no way. You're just like conflicted. And he's like, oh, yeah, you should do that to test what? The ability of your girlfriend to be able to take like multiple dicks at the same time. Like, I don't understand it. But again, it seems like he was just going after it. He was really viciously into the cuckoldry stuff.
This is the guy that's lecturing everyone on their relationships, shitting on people's relationships when he himself is in one that makes him very upset and he can't come to terms with it. Now, if he's open about being a cuck and happy and proud to be a cuck, that's fine. But he's not. It makes him mad every single time. So why the fuck is this insecure guy the one that's the moral authority on healthy relationships all of a sudden? That was the point of me bringing up that clip. Now, that was basically the whole video. I summed it up real quick. All I pointed out is I don't respect his opinion because he defends a movie I consider to be child porn. I think any film or any production that has real children being sexualized should be classified as child porn. That's how I view it. Maybe your definition's different, but that's how I personally view that kind of content. So him defending that was beyond reprehensible to me. And him being very public with his cuckoldry and how scarring it has been, it should be a lesson, an example that he...
Yeah, I mean, this like kind of changed his trajectory too. He like went to these orgies and then instead of like opening up sexually or whatever and becoming like a more confident person, he became like an incredibly insecure person. And hasn't like recovered from that. Which, you know, that broke him. Like he went on his villain arc. That was like literally the catalyst. Like people from prior videos about the downfall of Sneako or whatever had made like videos even saying that like me not reacting to his like many response videos kind of put him down that spiral. But I don't think so. I think he like always had that dog in him a little bit. No, I don't think I broke him. I don't think I could have broken him in the way that he broke himself, okay? I think like he watched his girlfriend get railed and then like that just took something out of him, you know what I mean? Or maybe unlocked a part that he had deep down inside that he always had. It just came out where he was like, the humiliation is what gets me going, and nothing will ever compare to that.
He himself is not great when it comes to relationships and all these things. And I posted that, and it made him extremely upset, and he hasn't stopped fucking crying about it for 3 months. So, fast forward to 2 days ago. I was streaming a Moist Esports tournament, and I went up to go to the bathroom. I had to take a shit. It was a double flusher, so I was on the toilet for quite some time. And I saw a Sneako post that he's posted quite a few times now, and I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not doing anything else right now on the porcelain throne. I'll play in the pig pen. So I did. For 3 months now, Sneako's had this adorable little collage that he made that looks like it's straight out of a 16-year-old girl's diary with pictures of boys from her class that she doesn't like. All about people that have hurt his feelings. This is his wall of shame for people that have insulted him online. What's even sadder about it...
Yeah, just normal stuff. Like, just very normal stuff to do. Very alpha, too, honestly. I'm not... When I'm thinking about, like, being alpha, I think about having, like, a little burn book. Exactly. Go back and saw you're in the top left. I know, man. I've seen that fucking photo so many goddamn times. It's also, like, I covered it in the beginning.
But is he purposely leaves out people that he's afraid of. So, Turkey Tom, for example, made a whole video talking about Sneako and how pathetic he is. And Sneako...
So this is the other part of this that like, so the second part of this, I hadn't watched all of it yet, but then I watched this part of it and it's like, the rest of this is really, it's going to take an interesting take, or it's going to go down an interesting route. Now, a lot of the guys, almost all the guys that he mentions going forward after this fucking hate me too. I don't really know them at all. I don't know why they fucking despise me, but like these are motherfuckers who like also despise me. Whether it be like that, I think that guy hates me too. I'm pretty sure. Not that it fucking matters, but like it's clear. Turkey Tom is not your fan. Yeah, like I don't know. I actually legitimately don't even fucking know what the reason is for why a lot of these like essayists are not my fans, okay? Or have like a genuine anger towards me. Probably because like it gives you clicks. Probably because it's like partially perhaps political perspectives and whatnot. You're the infamous champagne socialist, therefore bad guy. Yeah, I know. So
tried to talk a big game to him, even challenged him to a debate, which Turkey Tom accepted with jubilation. He was ecstatic. And then Sneako kept ducking him, ghosting him. So he leaves Turkey Tom off of this list because he's afraid to actually talk to him. And he also leaves off quite a few other people, but the most notable other one that is comical for the absence is Brandon Buckingham. Brandon Buckingham is an internet content creator that Sneako lied about for a long time.
BreadTube Radlibs? Yo, no, none of these guys are BreadTube. They're right wing, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe centrist.
And they had a lot of beef, and Brandon Buckingham actually challenged him to a fight.
Yeah.
And Sneako is very fearful of him. We'll get into that more in depth in a moment, but
like I know I don't really know too many of the details of that, but like I know that there was a time when like I think Sneako literally got banned, right? Sneako got banned for making like basically like physically saying that he was going to sexually assault Chad, if you remember that. Like he was like, oh yeah, what she needs is like a good dicking or whatever, and then he got banned on YouTube for saying that. You are way less diplomatic in your word choices. Lefties can be super aesthetics focused. No, I don't think those guys are lefties, is what I'm saying. Not that they have to be, but I think it's like a lot of the dudes, they look for like villains on the internet, and I was a good villain for them for an extended period of time. I hope that I'm not any longer for them. It seems like they've shifted their perspective more towards people like Sneako, which is fine. But the reason why this is important, anyway, the Brandon thing, from what I understand, I'm not even like fully aware of what these guys do. I just know that they like every now and then they get on my radar when they're like, oh, I want to fucking kill you, Hasan. I want to fight you, whatever. Who cares? But they are, I think Sneako claimed that Brandon Buckingham had made, ironically, a similar take about Sneako's girlfriend, which came out not to be true. Like he said, oh, you made a rape threat to my girlfriend. And then Sneako did the exact same thing and got banned, or worse, actually, and got banned. So I think that was what their drama was about.
I just need to set the stage a little bit here with this collage. So after seeing this for the 100th time in the last 3 months, I finally just said, holy shit, you pathetic, sensitive, soy little worm. I made fun of you for watching your girlfriend get fucked by numerous other men and also insulted you for defending child porn. That's not cancellation. That's just spitting on you for being a pitiful, sad cuck. And this puppy really blew up on Twitter in a big way. Now, I will say it again. What I did and what I am doing right now is not canceling you, Sneako. I am insulting you. I am making fun of you. Something that you were supposed to be a huge proponent of, right? Wasn't like one of your big things like bullying needs to be brought back. So now that I'm making fun of you, what, all of a sudden now it's
no,
it's
but
off
you
limit?
don't understand. Cancel culture is only when people who hate me make videos, okay? And bully me, but I also want to bully other people. Like that's canceling. You're canceling him again. Like ultimately, I have a similar perspective to Charlie and all this, where it's like cancel culture is not fucking real. You can only be canceled by your own side, I guess, which is why I get fucking annoyed whenever like people who are left adjacent make these sorts of videos about me in particular. But once again, You know, it's just bullshit. I'm the most canceled man on the internet. Then yeah, exactly. I've had so many of my different arcs. If that's cancellation, if a video like this is a cancellation, then you know I've been canceled a million times over.
Now it's canceling. You have become the SJWs that you criticize so much. I don't know how you don't realize that. We continue. He says, you know in your soul you would never say that to my face. To which I respond, you literally have a collage of people that hurt your feelings on the internet. You haven't stopped whining about me for months now, you goofy NPC. Even if you beat my ass in a fight, it doesn't change the truth. You're still a cuck who also defends child porn. I think this is important to talk about, and I just talked about it recently. When you are getting your feelings hurt and your immediate response isn't to fire back with insults, jokes, whatever, it's to challenge someone to a fight, you've taken a huge L. You've shown that the person has got under your skin, and the only thing you can resort to is a caveman brain of, I'll beat you in a fight. Sneako, you beating me in a fight doesn't unfuck your girlfriend from the numerous men that had sex with her in front of you. It doesn't do anything. Everything I've said still stands. Nothing changes. It doesn't even salvage your ego. All it is a pathetic fucking attempt at attention. And I don't think you believe half the things you talk about. I really think Sneako just panders as much as possible. He himself doesn't even stand by the things he talks about. I really don't think he has any beliefs of his own. He just echoes what he thinks is going to get him the biggest audience / the most money. That's what I think. So this puffing out his chest of challenge me to a fight is clearly attention. That's what it feels like. Because you don't have the same energy for Brandon Buckingham. Brandon Buckingham is more than willing to fight you any day of the week. But with him, you don't want to do that for some reason. Why? Do you not
I think the major reason as to why Charlie's bringing up those guys and not the other people that Sneako is shitting on openly, and is the same exact reason why Sneako does not go off on those guys for the most part. It's because they are like ostensibly on the same side of the political spectrum a little bit, like edgelord shit. They all make edgelord content. Sneako's trying to be an edgelord too, but doing it in the goofiest way possible. And that's precisely the reason why battle lines are drawn. He's partially afraid of them for sure, right? And partially because he doesn't want to cut into their audience. Because he understands that he is also making they have a shared fan base for the most part. People might disagree with me on this, but I do think that they have a shared fan base. That's why they're not fucking covering it. That's why he's not covering that aspect. He is always trying to pick and choose his battles against those who are ostensibly on the left. The biggest mistake he made was also put Charlie in that category, because Charlie has 12 fucking years of being online as someone who is even-keeled, sometimes maybe sitting a little bit too far on the center, but ultimately that is how he's been able to establish a normie fan base that goes across political spectrums, across political ideologies. So when you go after Charlie and you slap his face into the middle of a collage full of dudes who are definitely on the left, you all of a sudden draw ire from a lot of other people, because everyone else on this collage is leftist. Charlie's not, even though I do personally think Charlie has a lot of political opinions that I would consider to be on the left. Okay. He has been able to present himself as someone who is on the center in a lot of issues, right? That's the reason why this hits way harder. You get it? That's the reason why this hits way harder, and that's the reason why he can fucking add all of those other guys who are basically on the edgier side of content. I'm trying to be as politically correct and as nice about it as I possibly can. Sneako hasn't really hit those guys as hard.
Attention. That's what it feels like, because you don't have the same energy for Brandon Buckingham. Brandon Buckingham is more than willing to fight you any day of the week. But with him, you don't want to do that for some reason. Why? Do you not stand by your beliefs when it comes to Brandon Buckingham? He has said all the same things about you that I am saying about you. So why is he exempt? Why don't you want to fight him? That's so weird. This is what you said about Brandon Buckingham and fighting him.
And then finally, when Brandon Buckingham is down to meet Sneako, he's there to box him. They're both similar sizes. Sneako would now rather just sit at home and tell jokes behind his computer.
I'd rather sit at home and yell at a camera, tell jokes than, risk my manhood falling flat for Brandon Buckingham, you know, if I lose the fight.
So now it's suddenly cool to just stay at home and keep it all online.
The full video here from Willie Mack is an absolute masterpiece on laying out every pathetic thing that Sneako has ever done, said, or everything ever. So I highly recommend checking it out. I'll put a link to it in the description. It's a banger. So, as you can see, the people he's confident in fighting are ones that he feels confident he'd win against. I'm 5'6". I think he's 6'1". So the height...
Has Sneako challenged Hasan in a fight? Lamau, that'd be hilarious. I think he did. I didn't even fucking see it until he got banned. I think he was like trying to also fight me too, but I don't know why he would try and do that because, like, I mean, I think he's shorter than me, but also definitely smaller than me. But I'm not in the business of fighting, okay? I don't like fighting. I've had a lot of experience. Fighting. I don't do that shit. I've said it many, many times. Plenty of people have come up and asked me to participate in like boxing tournaments and whatnot. I'm not interested. I have a lot of friends from Ludwig to iDubbbz that have put together really awesome boxing tournaments, and I have not joined them. I am not interested in that sort of thing. If you think that that makes me a pussy, you can go ahead. I will out deadlift you. It doesn't really matter, okay? Hopefully without breaking my back. I'm not even in it to, I love playing basketball. There are other athletic competitions that I will engage in. It's just not going to be, boxing, okay? That's it. In most circumstances, I also do not, oh shit, gotta call you a pussy to get deadlifted. I'm just saying that, like, most of the people who are like, dude, you're such a pussy, you don't want to fight. Like, yeah, sure. Okay. That's right. I mean, look, I did a thing, good friend of mine. He is a very capable boxer. He was who I was supposed to be originally fighting. He trained for the first creator clash that iDubbbz put together. We were supposed to fight. I told iDubbbz, I don't want to do it, right? I did a thing, was supposed to fight on the second creator clash tournament, and he got concussed, and now he can't do it. You know what I mean? It's not for me. I am not in the business of getting into fights like that. I think it's stupid. Does that make sense? Yeah, I love lifting weights. I love playing basketball. There are plenty of other ways that I could showcase, I guess, my athleticism, if you want to consider it that. I'm definitely not in the business of like going out and fucking, getting punched in the face, even on accident. Also, I don't think that your fighting ability makes you, I don't know, right in an argument, but that's besides the point. Anyway. Oh, speaking of balling, Charlie is a baller too, and if I go to Florida for Creator Clash, which I'm still planning on doing, we will be balling, Charlie and I, and maybe some other people as well. So he's very excited. We're very excited about putting that together. So you'll see that shit. Apparently he was fire. He was very good. Respectfully, I'm dropping Hasan off. You got any IRL basketball content in the making? We'll do that. We'll make more of that.
Advantage he feels very confident with, and he has every reason to. He would probably beat me in a fight. But like I said, that doesn't change anything. Everything I've said is still true. You are a cuck, self-admitted, and you have defended cuties publicly, which, by more than just me, by many, is considered child porn. You're pathetic. Beating me in a fight doesn't change any of those facts. I've also been super vocal about how I don't want to fight. Like, I'm not afraid to say, like, I don't want to get hit in the head. right?
Yeah.
Like I'm afraid of taking headshots. It's probably a super normal fear to have. So I'm averse to going into a boxing match, especially one that's just a clout-driven spectacle like this. That'd be
Absolutely. I mean, I 100% agree with Charlie on this. Like, there have been plenty of fucking people who are like, Hasan, you got to fight me. I want to fight you, whatever. I have friends and also fucking random weirdos on the internet who are like desperately seeking clout. Yeah. Even on accident, even if I fucking pummel my opponent in that situation, I'm still losing. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to fucking give you clout. Like, what the fuck kind of dumb shit is that? I don't want to, and it's the worst possible way to do that as well. You know what I mean? So dumb. So incredibly stupid. Why the fuck would I deliver you a W even if you fucking lose? You know what I mean? That's still a major W. Anyway. Is literally lose-lose, no matter what happens.
completely fucking worthless. And I've been super open about that, which I'm sure you know since you keep saying that you've watched my content, so you probably know that I was never going to accept a fight in the first place. Especially since you're like significantly taller than me, right? Like it wouldn't make any sense. And even though you would probably beat me in a fight, you're certainly not beating me in like an aesthetic physique competition, because goddamn, I blow your ass out of the water. Look at this fucking anime character physique I'm rocking. Meanwhile, you're over here with that Abercrombie and Fitch from 1998. Now, in Sneako's credit, he did start going to the gym recently. Maybe I inspired him, and you know what? That's great. I'm glad I could have a positive impact on your life like that, Sneako. Getting into the gym is a fantastic thing, and you're going to feel so much.
Charlie and Noah both are sleeper builds. Like, you guys know what I look like. You guys have seen what I look like. There's plenty of fucking photos of me shirtless online from when I was in better shape or even currently. Okay? Charlie doesn't look at all like that picture of Lamont. I know. Have you never seen a fucking, ironically, have you never seen a Charlie sleeper build video? Here. This is like the greatest short that I can give you.
But
here, look at this. He is like that, though. That's the best part about it. Here, look.
I'm on a 5'6" frame, and I keep myself lean, so no one even knows that I'm ripped until I do like a flex.
Yeah. Same with where is it? Noah Samson too. Where is it? Here's Noah deadlifting for the first time in over a year. Like, you know, he's pretty strong, right? Like, I mean, especially for his size. Mixed grip. Oh my God, I can't believe they're shitting on the mixed grip, dude. You can't. Yes, mixed grip is goated. Shut the fuck up, everybody. Oh my God, form policing motherfuckers. God damn it. He's like putting up fucking 3 plates here like it's nobody's business, and you're over here complaining about the mixed grip. Mixed grip is good. Yeah, I mean, it's not like crazy high weights, but for his weight, it's pretty good. Deadlifting 3 plates, keg W. That's barely a lift. Oh my, that's literally light. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Stop. As someone who can lift a lot more than that, stop. Don't do that. You're being crazy. XQC has a sleeper build? No, he does not. No, those aren't 55-pound plays. Those are 45-pound plays. You can see it. What? Those are still literally soy weights. It's proven conservative men have higher testosterone, and increasing testosterone in libs causes them to take on conservative views. Yeah, what was that? That was actually a tweet, by the way. Another striker banger in the chat. But where was that tweet? I remember liking it where some guy was like, I can't wait for Hasan to like gain some. Now that Hasan is gaining some muscle mass, it's very obvious his viewpoints are going to become more conservative, right? Where was it? I wish I could find that on Twitter. Someone, you can hit him with Noah's combine results too. Yeah, Noah was like a fucking athlete, brother, back in the day. Look at this shit. Oh, here it is. This tweet was fucking hilarious. I predict that Hasan, from working out and gaining muscle, will slowly adopt more conservative views. The habits of working out and being in social interactions as the muscular guy warps people's views. And it's like, bro, I don't think I've had a time when I wasn't. Like, I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people actually hit the QRTs with their fucking photos and shit, which I love. Okay, a lot of jacked Hasanabi heads in the chat. Progressivism and is one no muscle, not conservative groups is often use common health and wellness tips like exercise as an entry point into their ideology. That doesn't make them intrinsically linked. They sell lifting as masculinity. Insecure dudes eat it up. Like, that's the unfortunate reality. Is that yes, we got Flucky, our resident power lifter. This is a hilarious QRT. Have you not seen old pics of Hasan? This is 2019. Yeah, like I literally, I've always had a decent amount of muscle mass. I've always been pretty fucking big. That hasn't really changed my perspective or politics. So it is pretty funny. Another jacked pic of Noah. Yeah, here's another older photo of Noah. This is me at age 16. Feel terrified yet? Not a joke, lol. Apparently I age backwards. Yeah. So yeah. Once again, really silly for people to like identify, especially because like a big part of what I talk about is like self-improvement and confidence. And I think that confidence and self-improvement is genuinely important for every single person, and it's completely devoid of political ideology, in my opinion. It's like one of the reasons for my it's my reason for existence. I have to constantly improve things, right? I watch shows, I watch TV. I want to improve my content. I read. I want to improve my mind. I work out every day. I want to improve my body, right? And I always tell you guys, please get a bodybuilding coach. Wait, what? I already have. What are you talking about? I have not one, but 2 trainers, and I've been training with them for a year now, and I've seen incredible, tremendous results. My body was absolutely destroyed during COVID. Okay? My body was fucking destroyed during COVID from sitting. It atrophied dramatically. And then I started training again. And since I started training again, it's been like a year, almost a year and a half now, actually. And since then, I have almost gotten back to my peak. I haven't gotten to my physical peak yet. But I used to have constant back pain. Exactly. I used to have like all these issues. I still have some rotator cuff issues, obviously. Every single time I do fucking bench press, every push day, I have some issues. Those are because I'm an old man. But, I feel great. My cardio is great. Why do you have 2? I mean, it's a duo. I have a trainer duo. You are in peak condition and you're not even in shape. Yeah, I'm in peak condition. I can play basketball for fucking. I can play full court basketball like I never was able to in many years. But also on top of that, like, I'm not even at my peak physical form that I was in like 2016. How do you fix your rotator issues? It's a long story. It's hard, but do some wall angels and shit, and strengthen your scalps. You need to strengthen like other other parts that are supposed to pack your shoulders in to improve your form. That's usually what it is. So, yeah. Not scalp, like scapular muscles.
Much better. And I know you'll start seeing results soon as long as you keep at it.
Scapulae.
And then finally, our last exchange goes very similarly to the others. You're not special from the other 10 soy boys who say the same thing. If you got a problem, stop talking on the internet. Let's solve it. So I said, got your Discord still working on responses? Brother, I have no problem. You started it and I made fun of you in return. You're upset about publicly admitting to cuckoldry and get mad at me for bringing it up. You should be mad at yourself instead. Have some self-reflection. Which it's true. I don't have a problem. You literally started it, Sneako, and you even asked your audience to let me know everything you said and send me your clips. You actually asked for a response, and then got super upset when my response was a little too mean to your feelings. How is that not the ultimate cuckoldry? Like, even more so than your girl getting clapped by 1,000 men. How? Like, how can you, with a straight face, still call other people soy boys? I'm not kidding, I really didn't want to keep talking about you, but you won't stop talking and crying about me. It's sad. I understand you have a humiliation fetish, so hopefully this whole thing has helped you orgasm one more time from all of it. I don't think it's fun dunking on you, Sneako. I don't.
One more time? How about one last time, brother? I think what Charlie did is like really fucked up. Like I said, Sneako very clearly has a fetish for humiliation. And the fact that Charlie just delivered the ultimate humiliation to Sneako has basically given him the forbidden nut, the one last final nut, the finale. After this, he will never be able to feel this way ever again. This is it. He will never feel this humiliated for the rest of his life. I don't know what you would need to do in this circumstance. Like, you would have to just like have like a micro penis or something and like run around naked and like streak and then get like hit really hard on the fucking football field in the middle of the Super Bowl and then like shit your pants or something. Like, I can't, while simultaneously your girlfriend is getting fucked on the Jumbotron. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. There's nothing that you can reasonably, within the bounds of reason, elevate your humiliation. You know what I mean? Than what Charlie did. Don't give Sneako new ideas. I'm just saying that, like, I'm thinking about like how he could elevate his humiliation kink. Like, how can he get even more humiliated than this? And it doesn't even it doesn't get worse than that. You know what I mean? He ulted. This is the equivalent of his first hit of heroin. He's going to be chasing that dragon of humiliation nuts for eternity. Yeah. Yeah. This is like, he just got hit. He just got hit with fentanyl nut. Okay. Like, he's an addict. He's an opium addict. Right. And he got hit with like the maximum fentanyl dose that you could get without dying. You've already climaxed. What can you do after this? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Canceling you, but you keep doing this. So you forced my hand to make fun of you again. But anyway, that's about it. See ya.
So yeah, and then he ends it with that's about it. See ya. So, like I said, pretty hard for Sneako to, you know, hit anything worse than what he has hit with respect to like being humiliated. This is the ultimate humiliation for the ultimate humiliation kink haver. So who knows? 14-year-old fans are probably like, yo, what a loser. I would never get cucked. Well, they've never kissed a woman. I mean, technically they're not wrong. Which side are you with? Motherfucker, my side was already given to me. I didn't even choose a side, and I was already on the side. You realize that, right? I'm in the fucking compilations that he is posting all over the timeline. Now, the reason why I haven't talked about it is because I don't want to give him that nut. You know, I think that was nice of Charlie to do. I'm in the death note. I'm in the fucking burn book, whatever you want to call it. I usually don't like responding to people who are drama baiting and trying to get a response out of me because, like, as I've also told Mr. Beast as well, like the worst thing you can do is just, offer someone who is trying to farm off of your clout a means of staying relevant, right? Right? That's it. Why the fuck would you do that? Apparently, Sneako was on call with Aiden Ross as he was getting called out by Aiden was watching the Moist Critical video.
You, if you saw him walking down the street, what are you doing?
I would walk up to him and I would say the same stuff that you said in your videos. I would look him dead in the eye and say all that stuff you said in your videos, say it to my face right now, and I know that he would freeze up and not say a word. This is why I'm sick of the internet and why we should spend more time in the real world, because this is garbage, bro. Does anyone in the chat think that he would say any of this face to face, one-on-one? If I'm looking at Moist Critical, who looks like a fentanyl homeless dude, who looks like he stands at a playground looking at, bro, he looks like he's homeless. Look at him. If he's calling me a pedophile, look at me and look at him. Who's more likely to be on a watch list?
I mean, honestly, like, I don't think I don't think he can get away with just saying that over and over again. Like, you've been so aggressively owned that it's like weird for him to still try to act like even Aiden Ross's fan base doesn't recognize that. Like, he does. Like, even Aiden has to recognize that he's like trying to salvage a carcass here that has been eviscerated.
Who's more likely to shoot up the school?
Yo!
I love that is too far. That's a bridge too far for Aiden.
Would he say this? Come on. Let's be honest.
Apparently KSI had a take on this too. I mean, a lot of people are basically just saying like, go fight Brandon Buckingham if you want to fight that badly. There's a guy who wants to fight you, and fuck it, go fight him then. I don't really. Y'all just living out of dramas. What Twitch has become. Twitch has always had a fuckload of drama associated with it. I don't know why you think this is like new or something. Look at your Rage's response. Yeah, Rage has been trolling all over Twitter. This morning I saw some of it. Hold on. What did he say? He's been like replying all over. Said, didn't think it was possibly be a bigger cuck than Sneako, but this simp almost deep throws the boost so hard he's shitting rubber soles online, says Don Spooky. Damn, he's such a beta for that. That's why you should put him in his place and fight him. Show them how a real alpha does it. The blue hair jab feminists are going to be so shook when they see that 100% W Sneako L Matrix. Yes, alphas sit on the same bed as their girlfriend getting fucked and are invisible. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, people are fucking yelling at him, but he's like very clearly making jokes. Anyway. They don't get the bit that he's engaging in. I think KSI had a take on it too. But yeah. I'm not gonna watch the Willie Mack show video, partially because like I don't really know him, and I don't really think that he's like a big fan of mine. So I don't want to react to someone who I don't really know, especially because I don't want them to like turn around and say, "Oh, fuck you, you're reacting to a video of mine without asking me." So I don't want to do that. Out of respect for a content creator. Regardless of our political perspectives and differences in opinion, I'm not going to react to a video that he made, specifically because I don't know how he would react to that, and I don't want to, I don't want to disrespect his content by watching it. But yeah, a lot of the people that Charlie brought up a lot of the people that Charlie brought up in his video, at the end of his video, were, come on, bro, be more like Lud. Wait, what do you mean? No, a lot of the people that Charlie brought up in the end of his video are not fans of mine either. We just have, like, I guess, found ourselves united here in a weird way. And that's it. I'm sure that they will turn around and shit on me again soon. But yeah. It's a cock-a-doodle-doo. I mean, he's just like being fucking cyberbullied, which is pretty funny because he has tried to cyberbully everyone, and it got to a point where, like, it basically has gotten to a point where, like, everyone kind of recognizes he's just like, you know, he's just not with it, and he's just doing it for clout, and yeah. He's not getting out of this well. I would, if I was in the business of like doing PR for someone like Sneako at this point, I would probably just like stay off the internet for a while, reinvent myself, hit the gym, hit the weights, apologize, come back with an apology, be like, listen, you know, the cucking broke me. You know what I mean? The cucking broke me, and I didn't know how to deal with it. I was just going crazy. And you know, try to recover somehow from it. I don't know if you can even recover from that, right? Sneako going off the rails, but this is a mag monorail. Yeah. I don't get how people want to build wealth and success off of being hated and no one liking them. It just seems so dumb. Well, for as many people that are hating you, you'll always find an audience, which actually I kind of want to talk about with respect to iDubbbz as well. This is another thing that kind of dovetails into what we were talking about.